Married men warning. Married men warning. Men period warning. If your wife, this is from experience, okay? If your wife hangs around or even have a best friend that is single, have a best friend that is divorced, have a sister that is single, cousin, whoever, if your wife is hanging around someone that is single, that is active in the street, meaning they're out there, okay, all right, let's be honest, all right. All wives have that type of friend, of friends that are simply, there's no other way to put it, hoes. Okay? Now, your girl may not be at the moment, but they have different, of course, they're single, they do whatever they want. But here's the thing, guys. If your wife have a sister, a cousin, a friend, that's a hoe. I was telling her stories about her and other guys. I was on the phone hanging out with that person. I'm talking about your wife hanging out with that other woman. It's gonna rub off on her, and she's gonna be like that. I've lost you. I lost you. All right. Let me say it a different way. If your wife is close to somebody who's a hoe, that's gonna bring her out of the relationship. I'm probably still losing you. But the more of the story is, married women should limit, distance themselves from single people. Notice I said single people, not just friends. Sometimes it can be relative members. Sadly, sometimes it could be a mom, a woman, and there are relationships like that where she's married, but the mom is a hoe, and the mom is giving her bad advice. Sister giving her bad advice. Because they don't know any better. They're not married. They're for the streets. So instead of the wife putting herself with real women who submitted to their husband, they are taking advices from tots that don't know any better, and that's what we respect. Tot is not a bad thing. What is tot? That hoe over there. Being a hoe is not a bad thing. I mean, it's not an insult. What's a hoe? A hoe is a lady who like to sleep with multiple persons. Okay? So if I call somebody, like, oh, Pierre, you out here calling women bitches and hoes. No. Listen, if I call somebody a hoe, you should not take it as an insult. You should take it as me describing a person lifestyle. Like, kind of like saying, Jared, that guy over there is a ladies' man. He's a hoe. He's a player. It's not to insult. It's to describe. Back to it. If your wife, gentlemen, married men, listen to this, and she do have this person in her life, real woman, real wives, sadly, when they're serious about a guy, there are people, I won't say they don't necessarily cut them off, but at some time there are people they have to cut off in order to have a good marriage. Sometimes it could be their mom. Sometimes it could be their sisters, cousins, best friends they went to school with. Because a person can be a good mom, good sister, good all that. But when it comes down to marriage, if you are listening to the wrong person, you are taking advice from the wrong person, you're gonna end up like that person. So what is this? What am I telling you? Gentlemen, in case you still don't understand, what I'm trying to say is, if your wife or your girlfriend you are very serious about, you want to marry, I don't recommend, by the way. I'm assuming you've been with her for a long time, so you know who she's around. You know what her sister is like, okay, if you know one of her sister is wild, her mom is wild, she have a best friend that's wild, active in the street, a hoe, that's gonna have a big impact on your marriage.